Hello, and thank you for joining us for the 2022 Art Auction Award Ceremony. I'm David Lowe, KVIE's President and General Manager. For over 40 years now, the Art Auction has celebrated the amazing artists of our region while also serving as our single largest fundraising event during the year. The collection showcases over 270 works of art from regional artists and California masters who have generously donated their artwork in support of the mission of KVIE. Additionally, the art auction gains support from sponsors, local framing businesses, a number of volunteers, and of course, art buyers who excitedly bid to win their favorite pieces. It's an all hands on deck effort here at the station to be able to pull off this once a year broadcast event, but it takes a community to make it successful. And for that, we continue to be grateful for all of our partners involved in the process. Today, we recognize the first place winners in each of the 6 juried categories. We'll also announce the winner of the best frame design, and we will also announce this year's best of show. We have an exceptional group of awards jurors who selected this year's winners, and we thank them for sharing their expertise and passion for the arts with us. We also appreciate the participation of the community framing businesses who donated their services to professionally frame a number of artworks for the auction. I'd also like to recognize this year's art auction sponsors for their enduring support of KVIE, as well as our volunteer board of directors for their continued enthusiasm and leadership. Right now, the entire art auction collection is available for viewing in person at the station or online. You can visit KVIE during normal business hours, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or view the collection virtually at kvie.org/art auction. And if you'd like to start bidding on artwork now, you can. Bidding is open, both in person and online, and all current bids will continue to be updated regularly leading up to the live auction, which is September 30th through October 2nd. The art auction is an exciting time of year. It's an incredible collection of artwork, and we're so proud to showcase the many talented and inspiring artists in our region. Thanks for joining us today, and as always, happy viewing, bidding, and collecting. Now I'd like to introduce PBS KVIE's art curator, Jill Estroff, who will be presenting this year's awards.
Thank you, David. We have such great art this year. Thank you to the many artists who submitted their entries. And now for the first place winners in each category. In the contemporary category, first place goes to Patricia Kennedy for Divine Twins, item 15B. Contemporary juror and gallerist Faith J. McKinney chose this for a few reasons. It was the only intaglio etching in the collection, calling her attention to the shape of the lines and how the artist was inspired by the Fibonacci sequence. Faith thought this created a spatial reckoning, focusing on the illogical balance of nature. In the landscape category, first place goes to Barbara Kemp for Manarola Chroma 2, item 1A. Landscape juror and painter Leslie Toms chose this in part because it reminded her of her own visits to Cinque Terre, a string of seaside villages on the rugged Italian coast. Leslie said, "The wet-on-wet approach in the sky and water envelops the colorful, more precise rendering of the village, which spills down the hill to the harbor. The artist shows courage in allowing the paint to create an emotional reaction." First place in the figurative category goes to Varia McMillan for The Kite, item 26D. Juror and painter Patrice said she chose this because the painting not only reads well from far away, but up close you can see the thick, impressionistic application of paint. The exciting use of color creates a sunlit effect, and the design of the 3 figures in different shapes draw the viewer into the work. In photography, Wendell Minshew's Open Door, item 32F, was chosen by photographer and painter Andres Alvarez because he found it the most emotionally and evocative, pensive work, with the doorway and lighting serving as metaphors to ideas, the past, or inner thoughts. He appreciated the use of technology to completely transform this iPhone photo. Frankie Hansberry's Between Sea and Sky, item 20F, won first place in sculpture. Juror and ceramic sculptor Tony Natsula said this piece caught his eye because not only was it well executed, but the artist slipped in wonderful symbols. He loved the subtle treatment of color all over the piece and the beautiful mood it creates. Contemplation by Linda Abbott, item 19A, was chosen for first place in the still life category by juror and painter Elizabeth Riak. She said this is a painterly piece full of interesting textures, smart compositional choices, and rich color. She liked the repetition of the polka dot pattern in the bouquet and appreciated the use of neutrals against saturated color, while complementary colors enlivened the overall effect of the painting. And now for Best of Show. This year's award goes to Across the River by Dennis Wilson, item 26B. Landscape juror Leslie Tom said this is a masterful composition evocative of Grant Wood. She liked the angles, subtle paint surfaces, and colors used to achieve a scene that one might see floating by this imagined village. The wonky angles are so believable. They remind her of how things appear when a boat is moving on water, and she admires the story it creates. And now for the final awards for Best Frame Design. Once again, we'd like to acknowledge the local framing businesses that supported the auction this year, as well as independent judge Cynthia Larson at Larson Jewell. The first honorable mention goes to Archival Gallery for Twyla by Jennifer Paczynski, item 45A. Cynthia comments that the simple beauty of the frame and its inner accent frame blend beautifully with this painting to preserve the stillness and quiet of the art. The next honorable mention goes to Skyline Picture Framing for Broccoli Grove by Judy Yema, item 32A. Cynthia states that the choice of traditional gold frame lends itself to the whimsy of this fun broccoli riverscape. And the winner of this year's Best Frame Design goes to Blue Bus Framing at the Hanley Gallery for The Seeker by Sue Ann Foster, item 13F. Cynthia states the bas relief aluminum artwork needed a creative touch to showcase its beauty. It is floated in a unique fashion with outstanding and dramatic results. Thanks for watching our awards ceremony. Bring a friend to PBS KVIE, where you can see the entire art collection now through September 28th. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. And don't forget to watch the auction live on TV or online September 30th through October 2nd to bid on your favorites. Congratulations again to this year's award winners. Hope to see you at the auction. Bid high and bid often.